I'm Lee, and I was in Japan 6 years old and enter university for 4 years. Now I'm employee in Japan.
And where are you from?
I'm from China.
Okay. What is the difference between Japanese culture and Chinese culture?
In Japan, less to improve yourself, less to tell to the other people what they are actually think about.
And how is it in China?
Yeah, in China, you can get a real friend in just a few minutes or a few hours. And little.
Okay, okay. How about the work culture? How is that different? The working
Uh,
style in Japan and in China?
in Japan, they less to talk to the employee when they are off time. But in China, the boss can call you 24/7.
A
So
boss can call you
yeah, well,
for you know,
when you are off day or you are in a
vacation.
yeah,
Your boss call you in
yeah,
China,
yeah,
but here in
always.
Japan they don't do that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, it's similar to Europe or America, I think.
I see. Interesting. Do you think it's more difficult to work in China or more difficult to work in Japan?
I think China is so difficult. Nowadays in China, have 20% of young people they can find a job. Yeah, the China economy is so bad after COVID.
Because of
Yes.
COVID. Okay, okay. Do you speak Japanese?
Yeah, I speak Japanese
Okay.
and Chinese and a little English.
Okay.
Okay.
Your Japanese is better than your English?
Yeah, of course. In Japan, they less to take to other people in English or Korean or other language
Yeah.
because the foreigner in Japan is so few. The number is so few. Only 2% of the population in Japan are foreigners. So
Oh,
yes,
that is true. Okay. Um, are you planning to stay in Japan, like to live here?
yeah. I'm trying to live in Japan a long day, but it's so difficult to make a friends or do something. I think
You think the
so.
biggest challenge in living in Japan is making friends?
Yeah, it's the relationship is most difficult for me actually.
Explain to us more. What is difficult about making a friend with locals in Japan?
In Japan, they less to talk the real yourself. So you just make like a hobby, interesting things to tell others. So they try to approve you. I think it's difficult for me.
You think Japanese people don't express themselves naturally,
Yes.
but even though this big challenge, you want to stay in Japan. So what is the thing that you love about Japan? Why you want to stay in Japan?
Yeah, the Japanese car, JDM's car is so improved for me. Yeah, so
Cars?
yeah, car is Japan. I have a driver license in Japan, and
No.
I take a lot of cars and run there in Japan. Yeah,
Are cars cheap in Japan?
yeah, car is cheap in Japan, but the tax is expensive. So if you change a car in 2 years, it'll be better than you have only one car for 10 years. Yeah,
Why?
because of the tax law and something others.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, interesting. Which Japanese word do you use every day? A Japanese word do you say all the time, all the time?
Let's say sumimasen or komimasen as a sorry or excuse me.
So you say that all the time?
Yes.
I see, I see. Okay, last question. Any tips for people who come to visit Japan, like for tourists?
Yeah.
What are your tips? Like, what should people prepare? What should people expect when they visit Japan?
If you just a tourist. You don't need to bother other people. You just be yourself. The Japanese will be very nice to the tourists. But for the workers or living here for a long time, they want you to do similar, more similar like Japanese.
That's very good. That's interesting.